Hey, have you heard there's an easier way to podcast?
No, what is it?
It's called Anchor.
Anchor? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's free. Let me explain. There's creation tools that gives you the ability to record plus edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will automatically distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
Oh, really?
Not just that. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So if you're interested in doing a podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
Hey, okie dokie, another lovely episode with the missus.
Let's talk about...
Could you guess what the episode is about?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
So I had come across a post that says 12 common sex problems couples therapists hear all the time.
Yeah, and so elephant in the room. We have a previous episode about dating a person with a disability, and you guys are probably wondering, what is our sex life like? So we'll discuss that here too.
I ain't know about that.
I don't think we have no problems.
I don't know, maybe some of the questions may even open up the conversation for that.
Okay, so we'll see.
So, the first question is, my mind won't stop wondering.
My mind won't stop wondering. Is that a question statement?
Well, it was basically how.
Let me do a quick glance over this.
Yeah, because it was.
Mean by that.
Is it wondering? That's more wondering.
Oh, wondering. My mind won't stop wondering. Like, okay.
When I read it a little bit, I took it as in the person was like not like
wondering
about
what will it be like?
Yeah, not thinking about somebody else.
Okay,
per se,
so
so let's say first time
I can speak on it.
Were you wondering?
Yeah. What it would be like? Not really, because, okay, it'll happen kind of fast, first of all.
We talking about the act happened kind of fast? Or
so
just,
I really don't think
we
didn't get sexual until after we actually had sex. Before that, it was just normal dating.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was a while before we did do anything. But we talked about sex, though. So I think that's why it really went. Because with me,
I don't know. I guess we assumed that we had both been married, so we were experienced enough that it would be okay. So I don't think we focused too much on doing it or making it a thing to do it or making sure that it was good when we did it.
I'm a slick and say that, I don't know, maybe that, that massage prior to it was like a little...
Yeah, a little premise of feelings
okay,
and
maybe he might know what he's doing.
I'm
just too my own horn.
Yeah,
because I really didn't know.
I'm the kind of person, I can't have sex with you if I don't have a connection with you. So I think the most important part for our sex foundation was definitely
having that connection
first.
And I can understand that because I'm pretty much like that. And again, like I was telling about,
especially since you taught me from jump that your idea of sex, once we have sex, we're in a relationship regardless.
Yeah, because I didn't know that.
It's quite interesting.
I didn't know that would be, that was what I thought ever since I was young. And why
But it's still amazing that even at a young age you embrace the concept that sex means we're bound together, we're committed, we're in a relationship. A lot of people feel like they can have sex and keep it moving like it ain't nothing, you know?
Yeah.
I think sex is vital. It's important.
Second question. Since I am a man, I can't be warm and fuzzy. I think we
Mister, you are very, very, very romantic, very touchy, very expressive.
Is that bad?
No. You
wait, but the question
told
is
me
it too
no,
much?
it's not too much. Because it kind of lets me know how to please you, because you kind of pretty much say, hey, look, you know, I'm an anything goes kind of guy, or I'll do just about anything, but I just won't do this particular thing.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for me to say, okay, I can agree with that or disagree with that, or we can do that, or yeah, we're on the same page about that. So
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
He's a man and he can be warm and fuzzy. That's okay with me. I want you to be sensitive with me. I want you to be open with me. I want you to tell me if I'm not doing it for you sexually.
I think, well, we talked earlier at the little pop-up, or maybe, by the time you hear this, it's not earlier, but we talked about this to some fellow vendors at one of our pop-ups where I expressed about how society has boxed men in and just showing some form of expression or emotion makes them what a lot of people feel is punks, sissies, or whatever.
Right.
Excuse my words using, but it's soft.
I don't need my man to be hard all the time. You know, it's okay to be normal. It's okay to be you.
Yeah. Okay. I always have to initiate.
So, yeah, we have this conversation kind of regularly because I think from previous experience in my previous marriage, I was not always an initiator. I don't have a problem with initiating, but I think I had been rejected so much when I got to the point where I said I want to initiate that it was like, what's the point? I don't even need to try. And I just kind of succumbed to the fact that my partner was going to be the one to initiate first. So I've had to unlearn that bad habit pattern and relearn, somebody and something else. So, yeah.
So it's funny when you say that, because it's pretty much what my issue was. I was always the one that initiated and got rejected all the time. So we coming from kind of like this same stem of sexual occurrences, and because I definitely tell her
I wasn't always rejected, but it was enough for me. To be damn,
tone me down that I ain't even finna try, because I know I probably ain't get none.
I'm finna get shot down, so
I just wait and they come to me type thing.
So, hence the celebration of particular days. Like we had a conversation about V-Day, Valentine's Day. It's not really important. It's just another day. I think I tried to do some sexy lingerie thing, and it was like, I don't need you to do that. That ain't necessary. Like, you booty butt naked. But
I didn't say that. Nah.
No, he didn't.
That wasn't me.
My ex was like, you don't need all that. You only have your own natural beauty. And I get it. He kind of boosted my own natural confidence, but it just I wanted him to accept the kind of gesture, and he was just like, not having it, not hearing it.
And I'm going to say that I definitely, her natural self is very sexy to me. Very, very, very sexy. Mind blowing. But the fact that I can play with her,
I think I'm a regular girl. Nothing special about
her.
So.
She's not regular. But the fact that we can play and do certain things, and
so at the end of the day, like, we initiate to each other.
Yeah, we're probably totally opposite than our pre is. Yeah. When it comes down to each other, so she's learning. she's initiating.
Yeah.
You want to do that question?
What happened to the foreplay? I think I experience more foreplay now in a relationship with you than I have in my past.
Okay.
Because again, like I said, I tried to initiate.
So it was just right to it, to the point.
Yeah.
Just go right in, balls deep.
Yeah, it wasn't really too much of foreplay, except for maybe oral to start. If he went and performed oral sex, I pretty much knew, hey, we can get ready to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, probably for me it was non-existence. The foreplay towards me, and we've had this conversation. With oral for me, it's not a big thing because that was something that never really happened. So I think I foreplayed more than had foreplay done onto me. so I think I played a little bit more than people played with me.
So I think now, like I said, we're mutual on the initiation. It's just like foreplay for us is can literally start at the beginning of the day
and just last all day.
Yeah.
Because foreplay could even just be conversation.
Yeah. Definitely for him, he likes a good conversation to start things out.
Woo, that turned me on, but woo, sex.
So there have been times where we were talking and he stared at me like down there drooling out his mouth. I'm like, why are you looking at me like
Girl,
that?
the words coming out of your mouth so sexy right now.
And we're just talking, and so it just happens.
Like right now, this is so sexy. It's so sexy. It's so sexy. So sexy.
This guy here is amazing.
I wish we were more affectionate.
No, and not at all.
Do you need me to be more affectionate than I am now?
No. I think you show plenty of affection, and I hope I show plenty of affection towards you.
It did at the beginning, and again the fact that the open conversation.
Yeah, and you've expressed that I'm just different as far as what you've experienced, and that you feel like hey, I feel like you give me a good amount of affection.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all can take this however you want to take it, but I ain't that dude that hey, she slapped me on my butt, and that for me is like.
He don't like me playing in his butthole.
No.
So, ain't no questions there. Right?
No, but she can feel on me all day. I take that as baby, I think you're sexy. So, but no, I don't. No.
You don't want me to put my finger in your duty?
No.
That's not. This is affectionate. This is a touch.
That is not affectionate. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it's vice versa too.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
Okay.
We really gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
Our emotional connection is lacking? No, not at all. Like, we have a really great emotional connection, I feel like. Sometimes even when we around each other, like, we be thinking the same thing. Or, like, we be in the same kind of mood. Or, like, I can tell when we're emotionally disconnected. Or if we're, like...
And it might not be something on purpose.
Yeah.
And...
it might be sometimes an outside influence. Or it may be even something we've said to each other that... kind of might slightly derail us a little bit.
Like last night, I knew you was kind of tired.
I think I was really more tired than anything, and I think I kind of misread your signals.
Yeah, I was just trying to get, because I knew you wanted to do the thing, so I just wanted to give you your space. And
so emotionally, I think we are pretty much tied at the hip and the heart on that.
I think so. The pressure to make a baby is insane.
So let's go ahead and get into it. I have 2 kids already, 2 baby girls, beautiful, wonderful blessings. He has 5 amazing blessings himself. We don't need any more babies. And we are perfectly aware that doing what we're doing could lead to us having a baby. But ain't no pressure. If it happens, it happens. And he already know that's his baby. I'm not taking care of it. It's on him. If it don't, it don't. Ain't no hard feelings either.
Yeah. And even if I didn't have kids, and somebody would be like, well, your age and stuff, you want a child? That may be true. And I'm not going to lie that if I didn't have kids, would I be like, in the back of my mind, man, it would definitely be nice. But the
Yeah,
fact that
now, and I will say that in that dynamic, if he didn't have any kids, even though I had kids, or even if I didn't have kids, we still would make a conscious decision between the two of us. Like, do kids really fit for us? What do we do? It wouldn't be if you wanted kids and I didn't, I would give in to it. We'd still have to come to an agreement that, hey, if we have a baby, this is what we're going to do.
This is what the issue is at the beginning, before you seriously make it, like, so serious. You had that conversation about kids.
Right.
Financing.
How you feel about discipline, financing.
Because you can't come down the line
kids,
2-3 years
support.
later and be like, you want some more?
Yeah.
You can't be, you can't come down the line 2-3 years later and be talking about, I want a child, and the person establish a conversation or a decision with you, first part of the relationship about, or just had that discussion and y'all agreed. Okay, yeah, I know you don't want kids, so we're not going to look into that. But now all of a sudden, now there's nothing wrong with just you changing your mind and just all of a sudden wanting kids, but you still have to understand that y'all had to talk.
Yeah, and it's okay to get to a point where you reevaluate.
Yeah, reevaluation is fine, but that person still may not
want kids. No, I don't think I do.
And that person still might not
again,
want kids.
If I end up pregnant, I know I talk big trash and say, if I have a baby, it'll be his. I mean, technically, because he is a stay-at-home, he's a stay-at-home partner, he would definitely have more baby responsibilities than I would.
And then as soon as she get home, the baby would not be mine.
Because I believe in breastfeeding, natural approach, organic.
Even if I could breastfeed, the baby would not be mine when she get home. So I ain't even finna believe.
I like kids. I love children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not mentally or physically or emotionally prepared for babies right now. So I'm glad we're on the same page about that. So great. Next question.
My partner won't perform oral sex.
I don't think we have that problem at all.
Again,
neither of us is ashamed of reciprocating one to the other.
But I don't think it's a well needed thing.
It's not necessary. I don't have to have
it's not necessary on either part. If it happened, it happens. And we just enjoy it. But it's not something that it's a done deal and somebody walking out the door because it doesn't happen. Which I really don't understand that about men. Especially men that don't do it to their partner, but feel the need to have it done to them on a regular basis. I don't get that.
Like, I ain't gonna do it every time. Because first of all, I like to eat. I like to do a lot of things with my jaws. And I ain't finna be walking around here with the dead jaw. Because you want me to do your wee-wee every day for 30 minutes at a time. That's not finna happen. Yeah. If that's a requirement for the relationship, you might as well go ahead and find a way to have your ribs removed so you can suck your own.
My ribs?
Or whatever, remove
them. I thought you said my
Go find you somebody who wants to do that every day.
No, I ain't doing no Marilyn Manson. That's okay. All right, you got the next one.
Starting a family has completely screwed up our sex life.
We didn't
having a family is what started with you're having a sex life. Yeah. If we
get a lot of couples though.
Yeah. So again, if we get pregnant right now, I don't think the dynamic would change too much. I think we would still be okay with it. Like I said, he would praise the primary parent, but for the most part. At past a certain point,
But still,
I'll do my part.
I think what happens is that
people
stop scheduling
time for each other, or even like when the kids go to sleep. Sometimes we hold off on conversation. We hold serious face until the kids go to bed, and then when the kids go to bed, man, I've been wanting to talk to you all day long, or. Babe, I seen so and so on whatever. Let's do whatever. Or we may not even say anything. I might just snuggle up close to you, and we might have intentions of going to sleep, just being close to each other, and one thing leads to another, and animals come out.
Yeah. So
no, the kids doesn't.
I think folks
family doesn't interrupt. I
think that's an excuse for some people.
Yeah.
When things have changed. Yeah. And it's easier to sit and say, because our kids. No, the kids. They don't want to really express what's really going on.
I can't say in my previous marriage either. Like, That wasn't no issue. I remember a couple of times we hid in the laundry room and did what we had to do. Hid in the bathroom, did what we had to do.
Unfortunately, Mrs., you've had exciting.
Yeah, we've been in hotel rooms and like I said, in the bathrooms.
My relationship.
So for me, I wouldn't see that starting a family, or and I get it, because like maybe
at the beginning
having sex is great, and then a baby comes along and he sees the birthing of the baby and he's like, wow, I don't see sex the same way. It's different for me now. I get it.
I ain't that man either. I don't understand. Okay. A lot of men have the fear of it gets that big, it ain't gonna snap back. So
I've given birth to 2, and I'm gonna tell you that it's like virgin tight. It's not. Yeah. But hey, gotta work with what you got. Hey, this is what you getting. You don't want it. You can easily go find something else.
Exercise, ladies. Exercise, like you got some exercises.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Still
don't make much of a difference.
I think my partner takes me for granted.
My partner does not take me for granted. My partner spoils the shit out of me on a daily basis. The sweetest, makes time for me regardless. And I have voiced to him many times, just make sure it's legit. It's not a hoax. And just make sure it's not a hoax, and don't just do all you can to
I've been
consistent
for these 2 years.
Yeah, so you are who you are. I get that, but from the beginning I was like, don't start doing stuff for me and then stop.
And I guess
don't start something you can't keep up, or don't try to be something that you aren't.
I think that will probably be my worst thing. I would have to accept if anything happens to me dealing with my disability.
And
the fact
at
of
the
not
end
being
of
able to
the day, I will be okay.
Yeah, but because I know that's me. So that part of, and I think that probably was one of my issues. Even though my marriage was shot to shits, I
live
still
and learn lesson.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do I take you for granted?
You take me for granted? Man, boy, no. No. I don't think.
I was gonna say, wow. So
no.
Conversation took a turn for the worse from earlier. Like we were good earlier.
Nah. No, I don't. Again, like I stated, days upon days that this relationship has been seriously an eye-opener for me, and it's been one of those things, not to toot your horn or anything, that
beep, beep.
You've as folks have all these little boxes to check, you've kind of checked that.
I make you put some more squares in there.
Yeah, so you kind of
premature ejaculation. Okay, so this would speak to. It can go both ways. Yes. So this would where I be. I guess where I could slide in the issue with the disability. A lot of people probably would question or wonder, does that happen? Sometimes. Are you okay with me sharing that? That you don't. Sometimes he doesn't at all, or we don't even get to that point where we can get that climax of satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to understand, hey, sometimes his body is dysfunctional. Yeah. Just as well as mine can be dysfunctional at times.
Yeah, with my illness, I can have such thing as called ED. And so erectile dysfunction. Yeah. I can say that my issue was to the point to where it didn't want to get up, or it would get up and go down real quickly, or it's sporadic, or I don't think I have a problem of getting up now per se, that where I don't know. I really think that
sometimes you don't stay in the game as long as you want to. Like, like you'll be like, man, wow, is it happening now? Yeah. And I try my best not to, I guess, highlight it or be like,
I appreciate that, because you have some women. That's it.
Yeah, I can't feel it.
Yeah.
What's going on? I kind of let you get to your own moment of where you can say, hey, I think we might be done for now.
Because there's a couple of moments that happened, and I think, I felt like you knew it.
Yeah, but I stuck it out like a trooper. And I can say that I have had some moments for the pre-ejaculation part where I have prematurely just woo moment of climax before we even get started. And I think that's a great thing. Sometimes if I'm like in the mood and
let me have it, bro. God, don't take it, bro.
Foreplay's been great all day.
I'm good. Okay.
Then sometimes you get down there to touch me and they be like, oh yeah. That's it, we done. You ain't got to touch me no more. Don't touch me no more. But then I have to think, I can't be rude. I gotta let him get his moment in too.
That sucks. We just don't have enough sex.
So, we talk about this kind of regularly too. We have decided on a minimum per week.
I think we decided that supposedly at the beginning of the relationship.
Once a week?
That was one of my 10 things that I have to have in order for this relationship to work for me. If it becomes a problem issue-wise, like in health or something like that, then, that's something I look past. But if we well endowed and able to do what we need to do once a week, minimum once a week. Yeah. And you hear the seriousness in this voice once a week. No if ands.
So that would go in, like we were saying with the family thing. Like we just have to make time to make sure we're having enough sex to satisfy both of us. Yeah. And sometimes I think our spontaneous moments are
the best versus,
and they make up for that once a week
thing. Because you get one a week spontaneous moment that does, I think, for me anyway, it kind of lasts a little bit longer than the.
And sometimes we have streaks where it's like every day, back to back for like a couple of days or a week in a row.
A couple of days before that.
Next time it'll be a couple of days before it happens. Be like, when was the last time we? Not that we keep up with it, but just to make sure that we're on the same page about how we feel about each other and making sure we got that part of our sexual life and feelings and emotions in check, and that we got that romance going on. Just like we make date night at least every other week.
I can't say it was something that we were supposed to be doing every week, but I can't say that our business, COVID, and then our businesses popping off the way that it has, and then
my job
her job. That's with her being in the health industry and her having to put in a little bit more extra hours due to this crazy thing that's going on. It has changed, but the ability for us to adapt, I appreciate it so much.
Again, and we say it all the time. We do what works best for us, and if you're in a relationship,
you have to figure it out. You have to figure it out, cause again, what we do may not work for you.
Right.
So don't sit and listen to what we're saying and then apply it to your relationship, and then you figure out it doesn't work. It doesn't mean that you're not going to find anything or that relationship is not good. You still just need to sit down, and it's something I tell a lot of people: find at least 10 things that you feel that may work for you in a relationship. And y'all go back and forward on what possibly might need to change.
If your partner is willing to.
Yeah, that's the thing about men. Some men just can't communicate, and then we do have some women that a man does communicate, but she doesn't receive it or want to receive it well. So, no, that was just it. 12.
So that was it. Sex. We have a great sex life.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world.
Sex with each other.
We
enjoy sex individually.
I don't
We
enjoy sex
spice it
individually. I
up.
need to have sex with her. I don't want sex
we do
individually.
toys.
Something we
He
had
likes for me to dress up. So we do a little bit of everything. We're very active. We try our best to fulfill each other as best we can.
Yep. So
let's talk about sex, baby.
Don't be scared. If you're in a relationship and you can't have the sex conversation with your partner, then if it's a great sex life for you, okay, let it be. But I just can't see it not being so. And it's just my opinion. Personally.
It's one of the many factors, not the
only factor. Yeah, you need to be able to have that talk because that's the only way that you're going to understand how someone is receiving your touches or taking in your response on what they're doing, and they can't figure out if they need to change anything. So don't feel scared or nervous to just open up that conversation. Right. Anything else, Mrs.?
No, I think that'll be all, Mister.
All right.
So this was our conversation about sex. If you have any comments, questions, you can also leave us a voicemail at anchor.fm.com or underneath. Once you find us on / the soap.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to pass out the link to
leave a review
or voicemail. And anybody that leaves a voicemail, we definitely will shout you out and talk about your
topic of choice or question. Yeah, and we're going to look forward to in the next couple of months adding on some guests. So don't be shy. If you want to interview us, talk to us, you can do that.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.